Guns up. Bloody hell.
So underway, 9:25 target time. Let's see as they settle. It could be Coffin taking it out. Watch for Dowie. She's in absolutely sensational form at the moment. Catherine Dowie won the Dragon Mile up in Bendigo on Easter Sunday, and she's just sitting slightly back at the moment. Piper Gay leading the way. So good to see Piper back on track, getting a nice little break. Coffin in next position. Dowie just to the outside. On the inside, Diol. Also up there early, Kobe Walker, the Queenslander. Be interested to see where Schultz positions herself. She had a great performance for Australia at the World Cross Country in Belgrade last weekend. But Piper Gay, Catherine Dowie leading the way. Just see Dowie just edging forward now. She's been running some sensational times over the 5,000 metres as well. And Dowie just bridging forward. They're in the blue at the moment, so they're on around 9:20 pace as they go through the first lap in 74 seconds. So now it's getting quite congested out front. Could be Walker making her way forward as well. You can see quite a few of the girls in the green, the red meaning they're just drifting a little bit off that pace, heading more towards the 9:30 pace. But Piper Gay leads the way, the Williamstown athlete. Already got a World Junior qualifier for the 5,000 metres. So Piper Gay back out pre-nationals and meaning business. Good to see a few of the interstaters putting themselves forward quite early as well. But Gay will lead them through to get 6 laps to go. To the outside now, that is Isabel Hume. So she's moving nicely. Coffin's still up there. Diol on the rails. Gabrielle Vincent from South Melbourne sitting about that 6th position. She's got Walker just to the outside of her. So approaching the 800, and we have had a little bit of a change in lead here. Looks like Hume, she's got a 9:36 seed time. Sitting comfortably out front at the moment. Gay now in the slipstream. Dowie sitting beautifully in 3rd position. I think Coffin still holding that 4th position. So coming around to get the 1 kilometre mark here in this 3,000 metres. Isabel Hume leading the way. So you can see now she's moving into that blue zone. So getting ahead of the 9:25 mark and looking comfortable. So Dowie sitting good in that 3rd position. As I said, having a great season after returning from the US. 2 younger runners setting the pace at the moment as they come through. 3:07, 3:08 there for Hume as she goes through. Sorry, that's Gabrielle Schmidt. My apologies there. So Schmidt, the Queenslander, leading the way. Then Gay, then Dowie. Gap then to Coffin. Diol in next position. So top 3 starting to really edge away now. Dowie looks like she's getting a little bit impatient there on Gay's shoulder, but still early days here as they go through to complete 3 laps. 1,200 metres in. So once again, if you want to get onto the track to give a little support to these young ladies, that would be fantastic. Hallmark of these meets. As we see Schmidt, the Queenslander, now being joined by Dowie. As I said, Dowie getting impatient. Diol now on no women's land. You've got Coffin. Vincent, now you've got Schultz coming into the party there. Coming through next as well. So nice running there from Rice as well. I think she's been joined by Hume as they go through. But out front, a little bit of a gap forming there. 1 and 2 virtually together. A little bit of a gap to 3. Diol now starting to wind up a little bit. I think she can sense that she is gaining momentum. So Cushy Diol is starting to move beautifully through the mid stages here and moving into the red lights. As we see the 2 leaders though, Schmidt and also Dowie, just starting to edge away from Gay as they get into this close to the 2nd kilometre here. Well, closing out the 2nd kilometre of our 3,000 metres, 7.5 laps at the Box Hill Classic. So the Diol's made a very, very big move here, and we might see her really joining in on some of the action out front. Schmidt's taking the wide line as she comes into the home straight, allowing Dowie to take the rail. So Schmidt leading still as they come through to get 3 to go. Gap of about 8 metres back to Gay. Diol, next one in the picture. Vincent's run very nicely there to join in with Walker. Coffin in next position, then Schultz. Next one through there is Hume. And then we have the Glenn Huntley runner there, and Lily Alice. Balafari in next position. Rice with her. Fit starting to move through. She's got Phelan and also Biazzi with her. Reed's just gone ahead of Deege. Then we have Twining. Bremner. But out front, those gaps really starting to form. We are seeing Cushy Diol now joining Piper Gay as they go through the 2 kilometre mark in 6:23. So the leaders ahead of that, and they're in the green still on that 9:25 pace. Schmidt from Queensland, the Eureka runner there in Dowie, looking very good as they just start to... Schmidt's actually taken the rail line now. Dowie allowing her to just set the pace as they come through, and they get 2 laps to go. So Diol, Gay, both with World Junior qualifiers under their skin already as they come through, and they will also be getting the 2 to go right on the 7-minute mark here. So Gay, Diol, Vincent in next position. Walker just starting to move onto the side of Gab Vincent, the South Melbourne runner. Coffin sitting right in their slipstream. Hume starting to make the moves through. Schmidt trying to work with her. Alice in next position, then Fit. Down the back straight. It looks like the Queenslander Schmidt is looking good here. It looks like she has broken Dowie as they go into this last 800 metres. So about 6:50 to go here. Looking down the track, and Diol has made the move on Gay as well. Reed comes through to get 2 laps to go. But out front, it is Gabrielle Schmidt. She's got a 9:29.80 as her seed time and possible PB. I think we're going to see if she can stay in that green zone. She's currently slightly into the blue here, and Schmidt will be coming out 500 metres to go. She just needs to maintain composure after this, over this last 1 lap and 100 metres. Into the home straight she comes. So let's get some support here for these 2 girls. So Gabrielle Schmidt, the Queenslander. How fast can she run this last 400 metres? Can she chase those lights down and get into the blue zone? So Schmidt goes through, looking strong. Dow is still pushing forward. Diol's quite a threat here as she starts to really wind it up. The national cross-country champion. So Cushy Diol, Piper Gay in next spot. Isabel Humes run a beautiful race here as she moves ahead of the next pack. So Vincent, and also that is Walker with her. Gap to Coffin. Schultz in next position. Alice. Fitz run a beautiful second half of this race, moving ahead of Biazzi. Phelan in next position, but down the back straight. You can see her in the blue zone and starting to edge forward to that blue zone. Let's get behind Gabrielle Schmidt from Queensland. We're going to see a new personal best for the young Queenslander. What a performance here for Schmidt. Dowie's hanging on nicely. Diol won't be able to run her down over that last 150, but into the home straight now comes Schmidt. Wonderful running here, good performance. Has led for quite a bit of this journey, and you're going to see the Queenslander take home victory and the $500 here at the Box Hill Classic in the Women's Open 3000. The time check approaching the 9:20 mark, so it's going to be on just ahead of that 9:25 schedule. Schmidt takes it 9:23 to 24 unofficial. Dowie will be next through. She'll be stopping the clock right on 9:30 there. Diol, big run from Cushy. She'll take that 3rd position and be on the podium. And Piper Gay will settle for 4th position here as she stops the clock on around 9:42 unofficial. Big run from Hume, as I said. Vincent holding on nicely there She'll have a Walker to the outside of her. Coffin's hung on beautifully there, and she'll come in at 9.51. Schultz, big run from Alex there, under the 10-minute mark. So too Alice. Big run from Fit to come home strongly. Biazzi will just be the wrong side of the 10 minutes. Nice to have Alicia back in Melbourne. And Reed and Phelan battling on strongly. I think we'll give that to Phelan, just ahead of Reed. As we see, Balafari next one through. Bridget Rice in next position. And if we could have... Pushy.